Good morning, YouTube. So I think today we're gonna do a little vlog. I have a little bit of a shorter day at the salon today. I've got some cleaning to do and I have some empties, but like not enough to do a full video. I want to declutter a few things. I have some things to refill. So I thought we would just do like a super chill salon vlog. So I'm just arriving into work. I've picked up a couple of things. Well, I picked up one thing from Maritime Beauty this morning. Since I came back to work in June, I have not been able to buy callus softener, and I was finally able to get some. This is the Gay Wall callus softener. It's pedicure season. I'm going through a ton of pedicure stuff. For whatever reason, a lot of it is back ordered, probably because of COVID. So now I have this like weird bottle that I need to find something to put it in that has like a sprayer. So we're gonna do that, but first I'm gonna have some breakfast and then maybe I'm gonna do the floors. So stay tuned for a vlog. Update on my sunburnt lips. They're still sunburnt. I don't know if you can tell. They hurt. So, it's been like 3 weeks, it seems like now, that my lips have been sunburned. So if anybody has any suggestions on a cruelty-free lip balm that has SPF in it, I would super duper appreciate it. Haven't been able to find anything like that. I've been using my husband's like Blistex with SPF in it, but I'd rather have something cruelty-free and something that's mine that I can keep in my purse so this doesn't keep happening. I think what's happening is they got burnt and then they've gotten burnt again and again because the skin is so like sensitized right now. So that's the weird update on my lips. Just putting some towels in my towel cabinet that sits underneath my bed. So I got all my bottles refilled that needed refilled. So I've got a few empties I thought I would share with you guys. It's mostly big bottles, so there's not actually that much. But I just emptied my gallon of the Excel CS20. This is what I use to sanitize like my metal implements. They go in the Sani tray. You would have seen that in a clip before this where I was cleaning my implements and putting them in the Sani tray. I had just put a fresh batch of the CS20 into the Sani tray, so they go in there and they soak for 20 minutes or so. This is the sterilizer that I like to use for my implements. I like it, works really well and it doesn't rust them. So I have repurchased this, but I bought it in a liter size because I couldn't get the gallon at the time, but when the gallons are available again, I'll definitely repurchase. This lasts me forever. I'm only one person, and you can keep this solution in your Sani tray for up to 14 days, so I don't go through this terribly quickly. periodically. I usually change it every 10 days or so just to be on the safe side, and I always scrub my implements really well before I put them in there so they're not going in dirty, they're just going in to be sterilized. And then I used up a bottle of the Mrs. Meyer's Clean Day. This is their multi-surface cleaner. I was using this for my floors and just like the surfaces like here in my office or like dusting and stuff like that. I wasn't using this obviously to like sanitize with, but it's a really nice all-purpose cleaner. It's got a really nice scent. It's a lemon verbena scent, so I really like this. I think I will probably repurchase this, but I'm gonna look and see if I can find something cruelty-free in a larger bottle. Why did I say it like that? In a larger bottle, because I did go through this like really fast. If you have any suggestions for all-purpose cleaners that are cruelty-free that come in a bigger size, please leave them in the comments below. I went through a big, this bottle looks disgusting. I went through a big bottle of the hemp sandalwood and apple scrub. I love this scrub. I have had this for a long time. It's a really, obviously it's a liter, it's a really big bottle. And then just in the last like month or so, this started happening. So I think it was just like dripping out of the nozzle for some reason and down the bottle. It was all over the inside of my cabinet. I would certainly repurchase this, but I have 2 other like big bottles of scrub that I'd had on backup, so I won't repurchase this right away, but when I run out of everything else, this probably is what I'll go with. I like it because it doesn't have salt in it, so when you're scrubbing people, if they've just shaved their legs or something like that, they don't get that stinging that you get from like a salt scrub. This is really nice. I went through a big bottle of the Spa Ritual Let It Go callus remover. This is why I was like in a panic to get callus remover. I'd had this for a really long time. A big bottle like this lasts me a very long time because I mostly do nails, but this time of year I'm probably doing, I would say, about 4 pedicures a week. So I did run through this, and I wasn't able to, obviously I wasn't able to repurchase this because I can't buy Spa Ritual locally. So I just bought the Gay Wall callus softener that I showed you earlier in this video. So we'll see how they compare. If I don't like that one as well, I may go back to this because I am getting low on my Spa Ritual cuticle products. I've got an empty here of the OPI Rapid Dry. This is their big back bar size. My friend Nancy actually gifted me a couple of these, and I was able to refill my small bottle with this one, and I've got another big bottle in my cabinet. She's always gifting me things. God love her. Hi Nancy, if you're watching. I went through a bottle of the C&D Cuticle Away. I've been trying to use this up for ages. This is not my favorite cuticle product. I love the C&D products, but this one in particular, I just don't really find it does much. I really prefer the Spa Ritual Cutie Clean Cuticle Remover. I just think it does so much more. I was using this up on clients for toes, but you really have to like still scrape the nail to get the cuticle off with this. I've got an empty of my clear Breeza gel. I always have at least one of these in every empties video. I do have another one of these obviously because this is my main gel line that I use on everybody. And I did actually just notice today that they've got, Maritime Beauty does have these on sale for the month of August. So I'll definitely be picking up several of these because they only go on sale a couple of times a year and I go through a ton of them. I've got a couple of empty essential oils here. I have been trying to run through, my essential oil collection is way too large for the amount that I'm using them these days. So I've been trying to work through bottles that I had either doubles of or that were almost gone. So the lime was almost gone. I probably won't repurchase this. I feel like as long as I have either orange or lemon, I just like to have a citrus option. The lime was really nice, but I don't think I need multiple citruses on hand. And this was the peppermint. I always like to keep peppermint on hand. It's one of my favorite essential oils. There's something about peppermint essential oil that makes me feel alive. I don't know what it is, but peppermint specifically for me is just like, I'm a human again when I smell it. I don't know what that is. So this was an open bottle and I did have another full one on backup. So those two are empty. Right now in the salon, I'm diffusing grapefruit and spearmint, which has been a really nice, fresh scent to have in the salon. And then I've got this C&D Ridge Effects Nail Surface Enhancer. This is their like ridge filling base coat. You can see that it's not empty. However, it's very thick. So I have repurchased it. I'm not like thrilled that it's a little less than half gone and it's already too thick to use. So I did repurchase it. I'm gonna see if that happens again. If it does, then I may switch to a different I like a ridge filling base coat for pedicures. I just think it gives a smoother canvas to apply polish to. So we'll see if this was just, maybe it got a little bit warm, maybe I got an old one. I'll see with this next bottle how that goes. And then lastly, I went through a package of the medium arbor bands. These are the arbor bands that I use on my e-file. So I usually go through about one of these for every one of these that I go through. So those are all my empties. Now I've got to get my room set up for my next client. I've got a pedicure first thing, and then I have a shellac mani-pedi after that, and then I have a set of nails after that. It's a bit of a short day today, so let's go set up the room. Okay, my room's all set up for my first client. I'm just going to, I've got like 15 minutes, so I'm gonna sit down. I'm already sitting. I've got like 15 minutes, so I'm just gonna have a little sit here and drink my coffee and return some messages and get myself psyched out for the day. Okay, it is my lunch hour. It's been a busy day. Even though it's a short day, it's been busy because I've had lots of pedicures, so lots of cleaning. When I'm just doing nails, it's not as bad because I'm just cleaning the table and everything I touched on the table. Pedicures is like a whole other thing. Anyways, all that to say, I've got one client left and I'm on my lunch, and I'm gonna do the floors here in a minute. I just emptied all the garbages and I wanna do some dusting. But first, I have a few colors, like gel colors, that I wanna pull out of my collection and declutter them. I have a client whose daughter started doing nails during COVID, not like professionally, just like taught herself with like a little Amazon kit or something. But she's got no colors, and I have a few that are just like, they're not that great. And I feel like for her, they'd probably be perfectly fine. But I don't necessarily want to pass them along to like another nail tech friend. So I'm gonna declutter a few of those. And then I have a ton of shellacs in my collection. So I have all of these here. And then I have several on the racks over here. And I'm not really buying shellac anymore unless it's like a specific color that my clients ask for, because the bottles are so small and the price is so high. They're more expensive than the artistic ones right there. They're more expensive and they're half the size. So I have quite a few like almost empty bottles of colors that I'm not gonna repurchase because I've found similar colors in other lines that are more cost effective. So I wanna pull some of those off of my rack and make some space, because I had pulled all of my glitters off of this rack and I'm really missing having them on there. So I wanna see if I can make enough room. I'm not gonna probably reorganize them today. I don't think I have time, but I wanna at least pull off the colors that I'm not gonna keep in my collection. So I thought I'd take you guys along for that. So down here are a few that I had pulled off that I just knew are not ones that I'm using. This Born Pretty one is kind of like an opalescent color, but I have another one similar to this. This one almost has like a green shift to it, and I have another one that has more of a pink shift that I find is more popular. So I'm gonna get rid of this one. I'm just gonna set them here for now. And then this is Naked Naivety. I can never say that. Anyways, this is one of those nudes where it's streaky to me more so than other ones that I have. So it's not one that I'm kind of encouraging people to pick. And again, it's a shellac, so the value really isn't there. So I'm gonna get rid of this one. Same goes for this Winter Glow. This was like a like a holiday color, I believe, or like a winter collection. Anyways, it's not one that was a regular item. It was like a limited edition, whatever. Anyways, there's not enough in this bottle to do another set, and I can't repurchase it. So that needs to come off of my collection, because I also have them all swatched over here. So if they're on the swatches and people pick them, but I don't have enough in the bottle, that doesn't work for me. Fragrant Freesia is just not popular. It's like a light pink with some like chunky glitter in it, but it's just not that popular. And I have other colors similar to this that are more popular. This is one that I had bought online that was supposed to be a dupe for another shellac color, and it's not, and I just don't need it. Same goes for this Born Pretty one. It's another sort of opalescent color. Again, it's not popular, and it's a tiny bottle, so truly I could only do like one set of like long nails like mine with this. And then this one here, this is an artistic color, and it's in the color Glam. It's one of those shades where like the tone of it is really pretty, but it's so transparent. You'd need to do like at least 3 coats, and I mean, ain't nobody got time for that. So those ones are all leaving the collection. Okay, I pulled, I don't know, 7 more off the shelf here. So I've got Ice Coral, which is like basically a peach with like a lime shift to it. I don't know if you can tell by the bottle. This is not popular. It was one of the first shellac colors in like the first launch. It wasn't popular then, and it's not popular now. So it's a full bottle, but I'm never gonna use it. So I'd rather pass it along and somebody else can use it. I've got Be Demure, which is a light pink. There's probably enough in this bottle to do like one more set, but this is not my favorite light pink. I have so many nudes. There's like too many, really, and they're all so similar. And I find this one a little bit streaky compared to some of the others, so I'm gonna pass that one along. This one here is called Locket Love. And it's pretty dried out, honestly. I've had it for ages. It's never been my most popular gold. It's like a very yellowy gold. I find people prefer more of a champagne tone, so I'm gonna get rid of that one. Whoops, these 2 are like, maybe there's enough to do one set, but if it was somebody with long nails, there wouldn't be, so I may as well pass them along. Again, these sort of salmon colors are not terribly popular, and I do have a salmon in the artistic line, so a bigger bottle, similar color. And this color Pink Pursuit, I actually really like this one. It's a nice sort of peachy pink, but again, there's maybe enough in here to do one set of like really short nails, so I'd rather just get rid of it. And then I've got 2 here that I am gonna get rid of because there's not enough in them to even do a set of short nails, but I want to replace them with something similar in color out of another line. So Untitled Bronze is sort of a rosy bronze color. It's really pretty. It's got some shimmer in it. It's fairly popular, but the clients that I have that like this have very long nails, so I rather find something similar in a larger size, as well as this one here. This is Hand Fired. This is sort of a copper color. It actually doesn't really look like the bottle. It's more of like a metallic copper, but again, there's not enough in here to do a set, and I'd like to find a bigger bottle of a copper that I like. Okay, so I moved things around a little bit, just to sort of fill in the holes a little bit. And then now I've got 3 empty little shelves here that I think I can fit at least some of my glitters here, so that I've got them over here on these shelves, and it's just inconvenient to reach for. And then these 2 shelves are literally like base coats and top coats, so I really need to focus on like working through some of these open bottles of base coats and top coats, but because I'd like for it to just be one row of base coats, top coats, primers, things like that. So I think I've got space there enough to add a few glitters. I'm just gonna do that really quick before I do the floors because I can't help it. Okay, so I've placed just like my tall Michaels glitters up here because I find they fit the best, and they kind of give me a little bit of everything. I've got kind of the rainbow there, and then like lots of metallics, and then these ones are like the bigger pieces of glitter that I mix in sometimes to like make my own mix. So I think this is gonna work better. And then now I've got these like empty thingies so I can organize some of my pigments another day. So I'm just gonna bag those up and throw out the ones that I'm gonna throw out, and bag up the ones that I'm gonna save for my client's daughter. And yeah, I'm gonna do the floors, do some dusting, and then my last client will be here. So I think I'm gonna wrap this vlog up here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was interesting. I always feel like when I film vlogs, I'm like, is this really boring? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon in another video. Bye.